If you're like me, you're always looking at these like best of lists, especially that come out at the end of the year, and you're like, really, are these the best of the best? I have big doubt about that. So I thought this would be a really fun video to test out one of these lists and see if they really are as good as they are saying. Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Melissa, and today I'm going to be testing out a bunch of new products from the drugstore. These come from a year-end list compiled by the editors of People magazine and the Today Show. And I was watching this segment on the Today Show. I'll include a link down below in case you want to watch what they had to say about it. They had staffers test over 500 products, and this is their, they say it's top 12. There were 2 nail polishes that I did not include in this list, so I'm going to say it's a top 10. So the first item that was on the list was a foundation. It's the Maybelline Dream Cushion Liquid Foundation on the Go, and I chose shade 20. I have very limited background with cushion foundations. I had the one from Laneige that I did a little test on, and now it's in my use-up pile. And having just used that really recently, I thought, wow, this will be a great comparison. So in comparing this to the Laneige, which I just opened a brand new cartridge, I found like this had a lot more product in it. It felt wetter. It got the sponge wet right away, which the Laneige product did not. I really had to tap really hard into the pan to get anything to transfer onto the sponge, and I thought it went on really beautifully. The problem areas for me are always around my nose and like the sides of my nose here, because I have some large pores, and sometimes foundation just settles into those pores and look really awful. I did not find that to be the case with this. I feel like it's luminous, but not too luminous. I was super pleasantly surprised. The shade I'm wearing is 20 Classic Ivory, and I thought it was a really good match. I didn't think I would like this at all. Next up, there were 2 different concealers. One I have a ton of experience with. It's from L'Oreal. It's the Infallible Pro Glow Concealer. The shade that I wear is 01 Classic Ivory. And I used it to just conceal a little bit around my nose for today's video. I love this under the eyes, around the nose, to cover up a blemish. This is really awesome. Highly, highly recommend this. The other one is new to me, and it's from Neutrogena. It's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Concealer, and it comes in a little like lipstick tube like this. It does have hyaluronic acid in it, and it does have what this like moisturizing bullet, if you will, in the middle. Does this remind anyone of anything that Benefit produced? That Fake Up concealer totally reminded me of that. Now, it's been a while since I've used the Benefit Fake Up concealer, and I'm not even sure they still make it, but I found this in my memory to be way creamier than the Benefit one. And I did go ahead and apply it on using my fingertip, because I found that worked so great with the Benefit product to kind of warm it up a little bit. But then later on, I went ahead and just kind of drew a little bit under my eyes, and it went on quite nicely. I think the color is a pretty good match for me. I think this is the lightest shade, which I don't find is that light. So this is shade Fair. So I will be checking this to see how it wears, if it creases, and does it really keep my under eyes hydrated. That is the big question for me, because I'm at that age where things get those little crinkly bits. They get really dried out as the day goes on. So next up, I applied the eyeshadow. There wasn't any primer there, so I went ahead and just grabbed my MAC primer out of my drawer, because that's what I would normally use. And the palette is from Rimmel. It's the Magnifies eyeshadow palette. I did not have high hopes for this, and let me tell you, it really kind of blew me away. I don't know how else to say that. I'm kind of an eyeshadow snob, and wow. I can't wait to play with more colors from this palette. I thought it was pretty flippin' fantastic for a drugstore palette. Wow. So, yeah, I'm kind of speechless. I know. Hard to believe that. I even really like the shade range in here. I think there are some pretty like mauve-y tones, some great neutrals, and these like kind of gunmetal, almost gray colors. They're looking a little blue on camera, but they're a little bit more gray than that. All right, let's finish up with some eye products. The eye pencil they recommended was from Revlon, the Revlon Color Stay Brow Pencil. And the shade I got was soft brown, which I think was a good color for me. I'm not a big brow girl, so I'm not going to have a whole lot to say about this other than I felt like it has this like slanted tip, and instead of going over using the slanted edge, I actually used the pointed edge to kind of go in there, and I felt like that gave me some good control. I thought it did the job. They also recommended a eyeliner, like a liquid eyeliner, and if you watch my channel, I almost never used liquid eyeliner, but I did pick it up. It's the Milani Eye Tech Extreme Liquid Eyeliner, and it is a felt tip pen, and out of the gate, it was very saturated. I just did a tiny little bit on the outer corners of my eyes because I just don't typically line my eyes. And I was so happy with my eye look, I didn't want to ruin it by putting on some crappy liner. And by crappy, I mean crappily applied by me. I thought it was nice. I'm probably going to ask Kate to weigh in on this, because she is a big eyeliner girl. And then for mascara, they recommended this one from Essence, the Lash Princess Total Lash Effect. And I thought it did a beautiful job. I can see why people really rave about this mascara. I will be interested to see if I get any transfer through the night. I'm heading out to dinner with Kate, and we'll see if I get any like raccoon eye transfer, because this is not waterproof as far as I can tell. Then on my cheeks, I'm wearing a Flower Beauty product. This is the Flower Pots Powder Blush. Hey, did you know that Ulta's selling Flower Beauty now? I think it's only online, but I was excited about that. I thought this product, the presentation of this product is beautiful with this little rose in there, and I thought this color was stunning. And this is Sweet Pea, which is a really great like pinky neutral. I thought it was great. Went on beautifully, blended beautifully. And to wrap this video up, there were two lip products. One is from L'Oreal. It's their L'Oreal Paris Color Riche Matte color. And this falls into the category of best matte lipstick. And I thought the color was beautiful. I thought it applied lovely, and it has that typical L'Oreal smell, like your grandma's lipstick. It's actually a little off-putting for me, but I thought this was a beautiful shade. This is in Doesn't Matte-er, which is a really beautiful berry color. The next up is this from CoverGirl. It's the Melting Pout Gel Lipstick. was excited to try this formula because I've never heard of a gel liquid lipstick. The tip is very similar to the Too Faced melted lipsticks. Doesn't allow for a ton of accuracy, so I had a little problem with that, but I did get it on. This shade is 100 Celebrity. They're not doing themselves any service by having this outer color on the packaging. It is kind of a brownie nude color, but not as brown as it looks here. I think it went out on nice. So I'll be back on the flip side with a little bit of a wear test. So it is about 4 o'clock and I'm heading out to dinner. I'll probably only get about 4 hours before I need to take this off, but it'll be a good indicator on how it wears. See you on the flip side. After dinner, I see a tiny little bit of smudging here from the mascara, but the eyeshadow's doing great. The foundation is getting a little dewy, but it's hanging in there. Cheek color looks great. The lips are dry. A little creeping in the corner. That could just be from the food, though. So it's a little after 9, and I'm getting ready to take my makeup off for the day. So I wanted to just do a little bit of a check-in with you, particularly on the foundation, which really was so beautiful. I feel like it's held up pretty well, even with my somewhat oily skin. I'm definitely seeing a little bit of a breakdown here, and a little glowy on the end of my nose, but all in all, I wouldn't be terribly upset if I were out and about and this is how my makeup looked. I do think for me personally that this would be somewhat of a short window of time of wearing, probably going out on a date or dinner. My husband, something where I'm not wearing it all day long to work for 12 hours. Probably wouldn't hold up, but it is beautiful, and if you have drier skin, it would probably be fabulous on you. So totally love that. Overall, I'm like really pleasantly surprised on the performance of all these products. I did not have high hopes when I started out on this. I thought, really? This is, going to be just a bunch of average stuff. But I have to say, it's really pretty terrific. Now, I do have a little bit of transfer under my eyes from the mascara. Even that would not be terrible. I have gone into the ladies' room to check my makeup during the workday and looked a lot worse. Just saying. So, I would recommend any of these things. Totally. I think, if you're looking for some new drugstore makeup and you're not sure what's good and what isn't good, take a look at this list and try a few of the things out. I'm pretty happy. This, I think, is the biggest surprise of all of them. I can see myself going back into this. I really want to try some of these shades here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was great to try out a bunch of new products, especially from the drugstore. This is not an area that I have much depth in my makeup collection. This was really fun to actually get them and try them out. Take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.